No, the title is not clickbait. We are getting rid of this, so stick around to see why we are, what the process is going to be. Yo mate, what up? Welcome to another lawn tip vid. So we are getting rid of the grass in this area here. Now it's not the golf green, just so you know, the golf green's fine, actually very healthy, looking very good, coming back, repairing nicely at the moment after our top dress and Brano everything. A little bit of scarring, but it's just filling in now and it's starting to stripe up really nice. Look at that. Damn. That excites me. But what we are getting rid of is this ryegrass, which is just here. So you can see, it's funny, it's looking pretty good today, but lately it has just been struggling like crazy. Tons of paspalum in it, as you can see. Loads of bent grass. This is bent grass here from the original seed that we did on the green. A lot of the catches I chucked out originally went all over the place. Full of common cooch, like this whole area here. You probably can't see it on camera, but this is full of common cooch. That's some common cooch there. As I said, paspalum. And unfortunately, all of those weeds there, we cannot selectively get rid of out of this grass type. Now, some people have mentioned we should put some bent grass down on the surrounds. The reason I'm not doing that is because I really like the defined edge between the bent grass green and then the surrounds. So as you can see, there's a nice defined line when you jump from here to here. That's the big difference. Now, some people talk about using zoysia. Zoysia, I thought about it, but I'm probably not gonna pay the money to put zoysia around the outside. And I'd rather keep a cool season grass here, so I was looking schmick all season long. There will be zoysia over the back and maybe around the dam too, just so you guys know. So we're not missing out on zoysia at any point. There's gonna be buffalo on the channel in the future too. No promises there what's gonna happen because I don't know, but it will happen at some point. But every year we just really struggle with paspalum because it never really dies out in the winter time. But my biggest issue really is this bent grass just here. Last year I hand picked it all out, like took me hours and hours and hours, all this stuff, and it's just come back through like absolutely crazy. So our only option, well, what we've decided to do anyway, is to completely kill off the ryegrass and start over again. One cool YouTube series, you guys get to watch it along the way. Two, we have slightly changed the cultivar of our ryegrass on the website, so I want to put that in the surrounds too, so you guys know exactly what it looks like if you're purchasing some. And also, next year, we aren't going to be using pre-emergent on the rye, so if anything pops back up in it again, we'll use a non-selective like glyphosate, spray out the bent grass, paspalum if it comes up, cooch grass if it comes up too, because there's no selectives to get rid of it in ryegrass that work well anyway. And then we'll overseed throughout the season. That's how we're going to deal with it. So it'll be an ongoing process. Unfortunately, ryegrass doesn't spread sideways and creep, so it's not really viable. Now we could put some Kentucky bluegrass in here, but the other thing is I don't want Kentucky bluegrass creeping into our green either. So that's also the other problem. So we're still tossing up if we're going to put bent grass as like a bit of a collar as separation and then put the ryegrass. So for example, we'd have like an apron through here, which would be just bent grass, which we'd probably honestly seed at the same time, and then put ryegrass on the other side. We're also probably going to extend the ryegrass out a little bit today. Well, when it happens, just a little bit out further this way, just up to this tree line, and then eventually we're going to put some garden beds in here when the time comes. Ain't no promises on that either. So today's job is to say goodbye to the ryegrass, which is a tough thing to do. That's going to be worth it. In other news though, this green is looking good, boy. Far out. Look at that. Like, it's really come back after that really heavy dethatch. Top dressed it again. Finally getting some nutrients back on here, putting our lawn tips mix. Got some balance out and some wetter and a couple other things the other day. It's just starting to shine, and nothing beats good old fashioned rain. The bore water just doesn't cut it compared to rain. Just something special about it. So we're about to go spray. We've got everything set up to go, but the wind at the moment has just picked up a lot. So not worth the risk down near that green. Stuff the bent grass getting smashed. So Maybe this Arvo tomorrow morning, send it and do the whole green and start again. Yuck, bro. Yuck, bro. See you soon. Right, down at the green this morning now after that windy day. It's nice and calm today. So, spraying the ryegrass is gonna be fun. So we're gonna have to use some cardboard against the edge to make sure we don't get any on the green. Come in like this. If we do get a tiny bit of drift on there, it's not a big problem. We'll just plug it out. We'll let the bent grass creep back in, but we're doing it. See you later, ryegrass. Well, spraying all done. So we'll probably need to do a follow-up application on this area, but we will be turning it over to at some point with a power rake, probably in the next 2 weeks. Yes, probably in the next week actually. Well, what I think we'll do it, turn it over, spray it again, spot spray some spots that we need to, water this area, make sure anything germinates, and then get ready for some seeding.
It's going to be a lot of grass material to get rid of.
A lot of grass material. We'll have to scalp it back and
a lot.
Pick it up and remove it like that first before we turn it over.
The lawn tractor.
Yeah. So keep an eye out. We'll do that in the next, we'll probably start doing next week, scalping it back and removing all that material and just start ripping into it. Keep you guys updated with this along the way. Just before we wrap the video up, I wanted to show you guys the Cooch area, how the Kaiku is looking after our tribute spray on this area and how much the Cooch grass is thriving compared to the Kaiku. So have a look at this. The color is amazing at the moment because we had some good rain. Looking really, really good. The Cooch is really starting to dominate and take over because of that tribute. So the Kaiku has been suppressed. You can see there's lots of yellowing off in here. Not sure how well you can see it, but the Kaiku is looking quite sick. And before this got mowed yesterday by the auto mower, the Cooch was way taller than the Kaiku. So the Kaiku is basically not growing because of that suppression. So that's sort of the goal with it, because before the Kaiku was growing way taller than the Cooch and sort of smothering it out, but it's really slowed down the Kaiku and just allowing the Cooch grass to really just take over. Now the placement in our second application, so remember we did a little test patch through this section just here, and we didn't spray that. That's had its first spray, this had its second spray. Have a look at the Kaiku now. Look how much that has turned over. It's gone purple, really, really yellow. And it's looking very, very sick in between. There's Cooch there, you can see, and then that's where the Kaiku was. So the Kaik's all dying after that second application. Man, it's done a really good job. Look how yellow that is. So much more yellow than the other area. So the second app and doing your follow-up applications is super important when you're using a product like this, because it just helps get rid of it over time. It's not that one application that's going to help you. So we're doing it 14 days apart. So next week we're due for another application on the whole lawn. And I'm very impressed with how it's going so far. And the Cooch is just finally looking, it's finally getting there. So I think we're nearly ready for a cylinder mow on this bad boy, which is nice. Like, look at that. We've filled in so much. Woohoo, this is exciting. So tune in next week, probably for its first cylinder mow, maybe actually. Maybe not, because we've got to spray it and then not mow 4 days either side. We'll see what happens. Might try and squeeze a mow in tomorrow. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate yous. Keep an eye out on everything that's going on. The ryegrass oversow we'll be doing. Getting this Cooch looking good before the winter. Just everything, man. I'm excited. It's going to be good. Anyway, bye.